TV Crazy Man here, going back to the 1960s to pit Bewitched up against I Dream of Jeannie, comparing ratings, stories, special effects, goofs, and powers of these two amazing legendary classic TV magical characters, Samantha played by Elizabeth Montgomery, and Jeannie played by Barbara Eden.
Thou art not dealing with a stupid Jeannie.
Bewitched premiered September 17th, 1964, and ended March 25th, 1972 after 8 seasons and 254 episodes. It was not abruptly canceled by the network. Elizabeth Montgomery chose not to continue after season 8 on ABC. The series had declined in the ratings, and Montgomery was ready to do something else. Now, I Dream of Jeannie premiered in September 18th, 1965 on NBC and ended on 1970 after 5 seasons and 139 episodes. It was canceled after declining ratings in the last season after Tony and Jeannie were married.
I'm gonna scare the daylights out of her.
Bewitched was the much bigger hit during its original run, and in season 1 it was number 2 in the US, which made it a massive hit right out of the gate.
Exactly.
It stayed strong, ranking in the top 10 and 20 for several seasons before declining out of the top 20 in season 6. Overall, it was a top-rated show that helped ABC compete. It started slipping more quickly once Dick York left the show due to illness, though. I Dream of Jeannie was never really a major ratings powerhouse. It peaked at number 26 in the ratings.
I'm shocked by this kind of behavior.
Originally, it struggled a lot, especially in season 3, where it landed at number 58.
Oh, and believe me, Master, that was no picnic.
It bounced back in season 4. Moving time slots every season hurt it more than it helped its original ratings. The winner on the original run has to be Bewitched, which dominated in the ratings. I Dream of Jeannie had a much stronger afterlife in syndication. In the early 1970s, its reruns famously beat primetime network competition in major markets, which was kind of rare for a syndicated show at the time. It found a loyal audience in consistent time slots and became a staple. Bewitched, of course, also did very well in reruns and has remained popular to this day, but Jeannie is the one that had the bigger syndication success story relative to its original ratings.
Better, okay? That's it, a little cup of coffee.
Okay, now let's compare their powers and characteristics. Jeannie has to supposedly obey her master, but she seems to bend the rules a little bit. She has the ability to warp reality itself, manipulate time, and create objects out of thin air. But she does have human frailty. She can be knocked out. She can even get amnesia, as she did in one episode. Her magic is controlled by her eye blinking. She seems to be practically immortal at 2,000 years old.
I won't be able to explain this if I live to be your age.
If she is in her bottle while capped, though, she can't escape. In terms of raw power, I think she does beat Samantha. However, Samantha possesses greater wisdom and maturity.
Exactly.
Samantha, despite being a witch, clearly understands human society, unlike Jeannie. She is very reasonable, usually, unless she gets really angry. She relies on her intelligence as well as magic to gain her desired outcomes. Both women are very kind and loyal.
Oh, Darren, I love you so much.
Jeannie is a lot more wild and wants to have fun versus Samantha, who wants to have a steady family life. Samantha is at least 400 years old, a lot more younger than Jeannie. Now let's look at some of the special effects they used to bring the magic to both shows and some fun goofs. Both shows allowed their stars to play slightly more wicked characters by simply donning a dark wig. Elizabeth Montgomery became her hard-partying cousin Serena. Barbara Eden became her own wicked sister. These episodes were done by using clever shots of doubles and the split-screen method. On the episode Marriage Witch's Style, you can see the line between the two different shots of Montgomery, created by her shadow being cut off down the middle of the screen.
Why not leave bad enough alone?
Hungry. No.
Here's another example of a split screen from I Dream of Jeannie, used to create the illusion that Tony has been shrunk down in size. The The woman's hand is cut off when she crosses over to Tony's side of the screen. Sometimes doubles had to be used. Here we see Elizabeth Montgomery's double taking her place as Serena. And here's her double taking her place as Samantha. Another very useful old-school technique to make inanimate objects and people move by themselves and levitate was almost invisible strings. Sometimes they did show up, especially with today's big clear TV screens. Here you can see that Barbara Eden is sitting on something silver to help hold her up as she floats across the screen. The way they made people and things disappear before our very eyes was done by having the actor stand still after they cut, and then the object or person disappearing would be moved and they would begin the scene again. Sometimes this didn't always work out perfectly. Like this scene where Barbara Eden moved up a step between cuts.
We were meant for it.
In the episode Watch the Birdie, this method makes it appear as though Jeannie's powers have gone out of control. When she blinks Major Nelson's uniform on him, more people blink in behind him. Just think of the implications here. See if you can spot what goes wrong in this scene where Jeannie blinks herself into a wedding dress.
Do you like it, Master?
Did you catch it? So apparently Jeannie's powers have side effects every time she uses them. You know, like opening drawers. On just about all old TV shows, you can tell when they are actually filming outdoors and when they appear to be suddenly indoors. Weird how Samantha here walks from the outdoor set right into the indoor set with painted trees in the background. Which brings us to all the shared sets and props from both shows. On the Jeannie episode, Whatever Became of Baby Custer, we can see just how close the Bewitched home was to the Nelson home. Tony runs out of his house, passes a house, then a building that looks like a church, and then he runs right past the Bewitched house. And then he runs into Major Jameson's house, which is really the same interior set of the Bewitched home, later to be used as Dr. Bellows' home. Confusing, isn't it? In the first season episode, Gin and Water, Jeannie drives Tony's car invisibly, and as Tony chases the car, Jeannie drives Tony's awesome GTO right in front of the Bewitched house. I could just see Darren coming home from work and thinking that Samantha had been casting spells again. The house would pop up from time to time, and instead of the Stephens, it was actually Dr. Bellows that lived in that house on I Dream of Jeannie.
Dr. Bellows.
Hello, Dr. Bellows.
Who are they?
Technically, according to their shows, Samantha and Jeannie lived in different states, of course. Jeannie's show was supposed to be at Cocoa Beach, Florida. A nice place to vacation, by the way. In the episode My Master the Civilian, we see a future Tony working in the same office that Darren Stephens works in.
Ellen.
This one is from the Bewitched episode Samantha's Secret Saucer, which aired first in 1968.
Flying saucer in darkest night.
Tabitha's toy saucer gets lost in the backyard, so in trying to bring it back, Aunt Clara accidentally summons a real flying saucer with aliens from outer space.
You're really out in the boondocks, aren't you?
The same flying saucer prop also appeared on I Dream of Jeannie on the episode UFO Jeannie that same year. Tony and Roger are testing a saucer-shaped spacecraft for NASA. The same ship on Bewitched, but this one lands in hillbilly country. There's no Martians in this one unless you count Tony and Roger after Jeannie blinks them into looking like Martians towards the end.
You are Martian. Yes, Master.
A lot of the Bewitched actors appeared on I Dream of Jeannie, and both shows shared a lot of common storylines. For example, I Dream of Jeannie has an episode dedicated to Tony shrinking to miniature size, and Bewitched did the same subject wherein Dora shrank Darren with a spell. Which show was your favorite? Did you enjoy both of them? Were you surprised that I Dream of Jeannie wasn't originally a huge hit? Talk about your memories of the shows in the comments below. And there's a lot more fun classic TV memories, fun goofs, and trivia on the TV Crazy Man channel. Thank you for watching and have a great day.